Alrighty, so this is Diesel We the People News, part two. Okay, and the video lasts quite a bit longer, way long. I'm just giving you bits and pieces. If you want to make me make more copies of what this particularly is, I guess you guys could leave it in the description, and I'll see about making a couple more videos extending to this. Okay, once again, it helps you guys out as well as me, right? I do a couple of videos to kind of share, remind me, but I can pull it up on video and look that up and backtrack where I went, you know, 3 years ago. Okay, so as long as YouTube don't erase it. I don't know, people. All right, let's go. Oh, before I go any further, my normal routine. Anything I say or do is not legal advice. Why? Because I'm not an attorney, nor want to be an attorney. I don't want to be bald and changed to the judge and be under duress and threaten my job. um, always, always do your own research, right? I'm hearsay. This video is hearsay, okay? Everybody else that speaks is hearsay. Do your own research. Get your first-hand knowledge of the facts. And try to get the complete understanding of the words that's been used to put you in captivity. Bad doggy, put you in the dog kennel. Bad boy. All right. Never look straight forward. Always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary, people, right? Second Amendment says to be armed, right? Armed. But armed doesn't mean just guns, knives, and all that. Knowledge is power. You are armed. You're allowed to bear arms. Okay? Knowledge is arms. You're allowed to go in that courtroom and arm yourself. Protection against the words that you're using against you. All right? So you can say this overstepped the Second Amendment, right? By just words you use to arm yourself in court.
What the heck they're even talking about? Honestly, you really don't want to do that, because as soon as you act accordingly, I plead guilty or innocent, you essentially are accepting that you understand what either of those things mean. Okay? So the strategy with this is to say that, they're coming after you, something criminal or civil, and you really don't want to play the game. And this will take some practice. So mind you, what I'm telling you is not something going to get overnight. But we create basically, and by the way, this glossary page is in this.
And be honest with you guys, it is that way, right? We got to retrain, reboot our brain. My parents told me particular things for years, and to this day, thank the Lord of the heaven above, I still have both my parents. Okay? But they still try to counsel me. All right? They're my counsel. They've been my counsel for 54 years. Right? My kids. Okay? I'm their counsel. Me and my wife. We counsel each other. So this counsel, they talk about attorneys. When I say I'm going to have my counsel present with me, I'm not going by their definition, and they never particularly clarified it. Objection, Your Honor. I've been my wife's counsel for 30 years. And you're not going to come in here and say, I'm not her counsel when I've been doing it for 30 years, longer than you've been alive.
Start here now. It's kind of an urgent folder. I think is really important goes in the start here first folder in your downloads. This glossary page is an example, and you can use whatever you want here. There's no. This isn't just a template. I've changed it for other types of cases. I'll add or subtract a few things. The bottom line is the strategy is you walk in with whatever they're doing. You say, so you want to talk? Okay. Let's say it's traffic court. I got a glossary page. I want to use, these are the terms I understand. I want to make sure we're all using the same language. Now, does that sound a lot like what we do with syntax? Sure, we say, if we're going to proceed forward, let's use a common language, syntax, and so forth. This is a simpler way of doing something like that. But you have to develop it and think about it for yourself. It has Title I, Section 1 at the beginning. Maybe you could use also the state version of this, okay? You'll probably find there's something like that available online. And then it goes into different words. Money, fiat money, Federal Reserve notes. Because they're probably going to want you to pay money at some point. So why don't you say, let's make sure I know what definition of the word you're using. Okay. Straw man or party, specie. And it talks about Article 1, Section 10. What is a loan? Contract, corporation. These are terms that are going to come up in most cases. Person, which definition of person is? There's a ton of definitions of person. This is Black's Law 6th edition. Artificial persons, pro se, and propria persona. You look these up and you basically create this glossary page. And all you're saying is that whether you don't have to use these if you don't want to, but you're saying.
Yeah, and that brings up another interesting deal. So the Title I, Section 1, right? It may not be a notice. It may be a glossary, right? They may not even consider it being a notice. They're telling you what they're doing, right? This is their glossary. Just saying. I don't know. Think outside the box, right?
Like an appearance, merchandise. What you're saying is, well, we're going to probably use a lot of these